What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be finding out if I can tune my BMWs over here behind me. And I'm also going to show you guys if you're able to tune yours as well. So with that said, let's get into it. So if you guys are new to my channel, these are all my cars over here. I figured I'd line them up and we can go through all the cars. So this over here is my 2015 BMW 435 with the N55, my 2018 BMW X3 M40, which has the P58, and my 2017 BMW 330i, which has the P48. Now, obviously, as you can tell, just by quickly looking at these cars, I like to mod my cars. I like to tune my cars. I think you can have a lot more fun out of these cars once you do. Now that of course begs the question, can you actually tune your car? Because BMWs were very straightforward before. You can easily flash tune them. BMW has making it even trickier lately with their newest cars. They're completely locked, but even some of their slightly older cars like this 2018 X3 and that 330 over there, which is from 2017, they'll actually go in and they'll lock your DME. Even though from the factory it didn't come locked, if you go to like the dealership or something like that, they'll actually install an update locking your DME. So let's say you're like me and you buy your cars used. Obviously now someone else was taking care of the cars. Someone who, let's be honest, probably could have afforded these cars new, unlike me. So they're probably taking the cars to the dealerships to have them serviced. So that means it's definitely possible that they took the car to the dealership, they updated the DME, and they locked it. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna run through each and every one of these cars. We're gonna check if we're able to tune them. By that, I mean we're gonna check if the DME is unlocked. Now, if you guys are frequent viewers of the channel, you watch my videos, you'll see my most recent video where I actually tried to tune this 330, and spoiler alert, the DME on this car is locked. So that's what kind of inspired this video. I kind of talked about how that could happen, but I didn't really talk about how you can tell. Someone asked in the comments below if you can tell if your DME is locked before even purchasing a tune, because that's what I did, guys. I purchased a tune and then I found out the hard way. So that's what I wanted to test today. If there's a way to actually see if the DME is locked or unlocked without actually logging into like boot mode or MHD and trying to flash the car. So the way I'm gonna do that, guys, is I'm actually gonna take my handy dandy keys Wi-Fi adapter. I'm gonna connect it to the OBD port of all of these cars, and then I'm gonna see if using this and using boot mode without actually logging in to a verified account, we can check if the DME is unlocked. Now, another spoiler, this car is already tuned. If you watch my channel, you'll already know this car is tuned, so obviously that means the DME is unlocked. So this is sort of like our control. Again, I already tried to tune that car, so we also know that one is locked. So that's another control. So we know what's gonna happen if the DME is unlocked, and we know what's gonna happen if the DME is locked. Now, by process of elimination, the variable in this equation is obviously the X3. This car is not tuned. I never tried to tune it. So we're gonna see, does it come up with something similar to the 330, or does it come up with something similar to the 435? And can you guys repeat this at home to check if your cars have a locked DME before actually purchasing a tune from boot mode or MHD? So with that said, guys, let's just hop into the first car. We're gonna start off with the 435. We'll test this out and we'll see what happens. Now, again, we do know that this car's DME is unlocked because it is currently tuned, but I wanna log in and see what it tells us when we actually plug this in and go to boot mode. I'll show you guys exactly where in boot mode to go to check. But yeah, with that said, let's put the car into diagnostics mode. So obviously just turning on the start button without actually having your foot on the pedal. Then I'm actually gonna go ahead and plug in this Wi-Fi adapter. Now, you probably can do this on your laptop, but honestly, guys, this thing's just clutch. You can do it on your phone. Just makes life a lot easier than lugging around a laptop and all those cables. So if you guys do want this, by the way, I will leave a link down in the description below. You can tune your car with this thing, you can code it, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, let's plug this into the OBD port and we'll log into boot mode. All right, so now with the OBD adapter connected, we can basically just log on to boot mode using the mobile app. It might take a little bit also to recognize the OBD adapter, and there it goes. All right, so once you're here, you can basically just press on that check support button over there. Now, do keep in mind, guys, we obviously did not log into boot mode yet. We did not use like a registered account. So theoretically, if you didn't purchase a tune with a license, you can probably do the same thing as me. Again, this is all tests, and you know, I'm really curious if anybody else can try this and it can work with them. I'm actually gonna go ahead and blur all these codes over here because I don't know if that's anything that should be private. I really don't know, but just to be safe. Yeah, that's interesting, guys. As you can tell, it's saying at the bottom that it can't really check. I mean, I'll show you what it says for the other cars. The other ones, it can check. So I'm wondering if maybe because this car is from 2015, it's a little older than the rest of the cars. Maybe that's why. But I do know for a fact that we can tune this car. The DME is unlocked. So unfortunately, not the best result, but it is something. All right, so that was interesting, guys. I did not expect that. Obviously, I already knew that this car's DME is unlocked because, of course, I already have it tuned on stage 1, so the DME has to be unlocked. But I was not expecting it to not be able to read that, so that's very interesting to me. My suspicion is because it's a bit of an older car compared to these ones. Now, obviously, not that much older. It's 2015 compared to like 2018 and 2017. But anyways, not the most helpful result, but let's hop into the next car, maybe the 330. We'll do the same thing again, and I'll show you guys what it says on this car. All right, so as you guys can tell, I have my Wi-Fi adapter plugged in right over there. The car is now in accessory mode or diagnostics mode, whatever you call it. So we're gonna do the same exact thing we did on the 435. We're gonna open up boot mode. Again, we're not going to log in to a verified account with a license registered to it. We're just going to the app Again, something I believe anyone should be able to do. And then same deal, we're gonna press on check support over there. And there it is. As you guys can see, that dreaded message saying that your car requires a bench unlock before actually flash tuning the car. Again, I already tried to tune this car, so I already knew this was gonna happen. But this is a great example. If you guys get this message, you cannot flash tune your car. Again, I wanna reiterate, if you have a locked DME, it is possible to unlock it. There's just an extra step that you guys have to do if you're in that boat. The good news is Keys Motorsports offers a great service that'll actually do that for a much reasonable price than some other places out there, which if you guys are curious about, I will talk about more later in this video, and also my upcoming video where I actually unlocked the DME for this BMW 330. I'll take you guys through that entire process. So if you guys do want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So I did expect that message out of that car, but now, like I said, guys, the variable here is the BMW X3, the car that I never tried to tune before. Also, the only car here which does not have a VIN registered to a BM3 license, because this car does, and although that car is not tuned, the VIN is attached to a BM3 license, because obviously, again, I did try to tune it, just with no luck. So honestly, guys, I think this car is going to be the best example of what you guys can expect if you're doing this process at home. So with that said, let's just get into it and see what happens with this car. All right, guys, so same process as the other cars. I plugged in the OBD adapter. I put the car into accessory mode. We'll quickly open up the BM3 app. Same thing. We'll go to that same screen. And there it is, guys. As you can tell, it says, yeah, it literally says bench unlocking not required. Pretty much I can just flash tune this car, which is awesome. So that's really good news, guys. Obviously, again, this car does not have a VIN attached to a BM3 license. So theoretically, if you guys did not purchase a license to flash tune your car yet, you can just open up the app, go to that same screen, and see if it tells you that you require a bench unlock. Obviously, I think this car is a great example. I'm really glad that I got this screen, because this kind of makes this video a little more useful. Before, I was like, it's probably not going to go in the right direction. Might have to scrap this video. So there it is, guys. Pretty much to sum it up, this 330 does have a locked DME, which we did expect. It did tell us that. The 435 does not have a locked DME, but for some reason, it was unable to read it. My theory is because it's an older car with the N55, doesn't have like a B series like the B48 or B58. So that might have something to do with it. And then this X3, according to BM3, does not have a locked DME. So we should be totally fine just flash tuning this car. That did actually work out pretty well, because when it couldn't read it on that car, it made me a little nervous. So that kind of answers it, guys. If you're wondering if your DME is locked, what you can do is just get the BM3 app. You don't even have to purchase an actual license. Just make sure you have some type of way to connect to your car. So whether a laptop with those cables or with your phone and this Wi-Fi adapter from Keys. If you guys need any of that stuff, I will leave it linked down in the description below. As you saw several times, just go into that one screen, check control. And if your car is newer, apparently it will tell you if your DME is locked or unlocked. If your DME is locked, don't worry, you still can unlock it. Again, Keys provides a great service where they can unlock the DME. It is a little involved. You basically have to remove the DME from the car, which again, I will make a video about. So if you guys want to see that, definitely stay tuned. Hopefully in my next video. Once you remove it, you send it out to Keys, they unlock it, they send it back. It's only about like 250 bucks, which is honestly a really good deal. If you guys try to go to a local shop, there's of course benefits in doing that. You don't have to ship it out, but I think they charge about like 400 to 500 bucks, which is significantly more. So yeah, guys, like I keep on saying, if you want to see this car have its DME unlocked and then go stage 1, definitely stay tuned for that. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to see videos about any of these cars, hit that subscribe button, because we have a lot more mods coming. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a like if you found it helpful. If you have any suggestions or any recommendations, definitely leave a comment down below. This was just me testing out this theory to see if it can hopefully help you guys out. But anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.